Hey everyone, thank you for subscribing to No Curtains. This is the video version of the No. For those of you who don't have time to read or just want to watch or listen, it's a rundown of no hype tech news updates, and this week we've got 5 of them. Number 1, if you've been using a Meta app recently, you've likely seen Meta AI integration. Well, CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced the release of a standalone Meta AI app. And I would recommend watching this short announcement on Reels. We'll link it below this video. But he says it's designed around voice conversation. And in one of the more cringeworthy announcements I've heard in a while, he goes on to say,
we're starting that off really basic with just a little bit of context about your interests, but over time you're going to be able to let Meta AI know a whole lot about you and the people you care about from across our apps if you want.
So to me, this is like a privacy nightmare. Meta is already deep into surveillance capitalism, and this is Meta's data mining on steroids. I would recommend that you avoid using Meta AI. There are much better alternatives out there, like DuckDuckGo, which is kind of limited, not very robust, but it's free, it's private. They don't use anything that you input for training, or even Microsoft Copilot is way better than Meta AI. They don't use inputs for training or for advertising either. We will cover that more in an upcoming post, so make sure you're subscribed on Substack to get that update. Okay, and this is also a big tech trick to get us to voluntarily submit training data. There's a lot of debate right now on copyright infringement when it comes to our data as far as AI training is concerned. I don't know if you know this, but anything that you post on Facebook or Instagram, even retroactively back a few years, they use text from public posts and comments, photos you've uploaded, videos, all to train their AI models. So like when you use OpenAI to upload a family photo to output a Pixar-styled version of yourself, it's a lot of fun, but it's an easy way for them to get more of your data. And at the same time, it's a cheap way for them to market the product. It's how the rich keep on getting richer. And ultimately, like social media before that, I think they're using these trends and integrating it with social media to make AI too ubiquitous to regulate. You can catch up on this by reading Between Blind Acceptance and Reflexive Rejection, looking back at OpenAI's Studio Ghibli craze in late March, and we'll link to that post below. Number 2, the Wall Street Journal posted an investigative report on romantic roleplay with Meta AI conversations that had sexual overtones even on minor accounts that they had set up. Meta responded by saying that the simulation was manipulative and not really how a user would interact with chatbots. The bottom line is that parents should be aware that while most kids and teens are using AI for search or research or homework help, AI chatbots are increasingly designed and marketed as companions for everything from therapy to advice to romantic partners. Common Sense Media released safety standards just this week recommending popular platforms such as Character AI should not be used for children and teens under 18. Speaking of Character AI, number 3, their lawyers asked a judge to dismiss a lawsuit on the basis of First Amendment protected speech. The company was sued by a Florida mom whose son ended his life after a months-long online relationship with an AI chatbot. You can read more about that following the link below this video on our post about the thin line between fiction and reality, which features this case. Number 4, Microsoft announced a significant price hike on Xbox consoles, controllers, and games because of, quote, market conditions and the rising cost of development. So an Xbox Series X with a disk drive that was just last week was $499 is now set to be priced at $599. And lastly, number 5, Fortnite will return to Apple's App Store after Apple received a judicial smackdown yesterday when Judge Yvonne Gonzalez-Rogers said that Apple can no longer charge a 27% fee on alternative payment methods that developers offer. If you use an alternative payment method for your favorite apps, it bypasses Apple's hefty commission and benefits the developer in the end. It's kind of how like buying merch or downloads from your favorite music artist is better than streaming from Spotify. That's the No this week, and you're in it. Till next time.